Welcome to Meliora's channel, your go-to place for C# and data analysis tutorials, products hands-on demos, and insider secrets to keep you at the cutting edge of innovation. Our goal is to break down complex tech topics to a level that you will easily understand to supercharge your skills. Without further ado, let's jump right in.
Welcome back. So in today's video, we're going to be learning about creating dependent drop-downs in Microsoft Excel. So with learning this, you're also going to learn about data validation because that's where you have the drop-downs that we're going to be using. Okay, so here we are in Excel. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a drop down here, and based on what is selected in the drop down, it's going to affect what is on this other drop down. So a quick explanation. So we can find the data validation on the data ribbon tab, and these are now the data tools here. So this is the data validation tool. So what it does, it enforces rules on the type and value that users can enter into a cell. So there are many different types of data validation. So you can see right now we are on any value. We can do only whole numbers, decimals, lists, and it goes on. Okay, so for this lecture, we're going to be doing lists. Okay, so now for this, let's go ahead and create a named range because we're going to be using named ranges and the function indirect. Please note that indirect is a volatile function, meaning that it always recalculates on every time a value changes on the sheet. Okay, so we'll talk more of volatile functions, but just keep that in mind. So volatile functions, you don't want too many of them on your Excel workbook by sheets because they really, if they become too much, they will slow down the workbook. So let's create a range. So this is just me putting the header. So this is going to be fruits, and let's say this is drinks, right? So fruits, let's have the typical apple, so we have our list of things here. So we have fruits here, and then we have drinks here. So let's go ahead now and create a named range. So we're going to first click on this, and we can either go to the name manager under formulas and define a name to reference this group of cells. We're going to just do we're just going to use the easy method of naming a range, which is just selecting all of them and going to the name box and typing them in like that. And we'll do the same thing for drinks. Okay. And now, well, we're also going to have these two right here, fruits and drinks. So all this is on sheet 1. So let's get another sheet just so we're clear. And now we can go to data validation tools under the data ribbon tab. And in this box, let's go ahead and allow lists, right? And then we're now going to click on the source, and it's going to now be the fruits and drinks that we defined previously. And we're going to now click OK. So now if we do a drop down, we have fruits, and then we now have drinks. Now let's go ahead and create our dependent drop down, right? So this is D4. So now we have named ranges, fruits and drinks, and we're now going to use the indirect function to actually get the values of those within the range we described. And this is how we're going to create the dependency. And again, remember, we're going to use indirect. It is a volatile function. So it's going to be a list, and source is going to be equal to indirect. And we're going to say D4. Because D4 is where the actual fruits and drinks is. So I'm going to click OK. And if we now come, we can now see we're now getting the list of fruits, grapes, and all that. And if we change this to drinks, then we can now see we're now getting the list for drinks. So that's a very, very simple way of creating a dependent drop down in Excel using the indirect function in this case. And please remember it's a volatile function. So that's all. I believe I've answered the question. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.